Welcome back, guys. It's been a minute since I've made a update review, any type of video really long form like this. But 6 years now it's been since I bought the TCL 65-inch 4K Roku TV. Still a mouthful to say, but it's still my TV of choice for the living room, as you can see. Haven't replaced it. I mean, there hasn't really been any issues for me personally with it yet. I think the only thing that I don't like, but obviously it's going to come with time and age, is it's a little bit slower booting up and switching from apps or whatever you're trying to do on there. Like, for example, let me turn it on right now. Okay, of course, it turned on quick. Now it makes me sound like a liar, but it's because I was just watching TV and I turned it off for the video. But, usually it'll take a little bit longer to turn on like that. I swear, I'm not just making it up. Um, but I don't really watch TV on here that much anymore. I travel a lot for work, so I'm not home that much. So when I am home, it is annoying for me to have to wait for the lag a little bit. But I don't know if there's any new features. I know it updates all the time, automatically or whatever. But everything since I originally got it is kind of the same. Like you still got the live TV option, which this looks so tacky. As you can see, you got the tape on the damn antenna thing, um, and it's above the TV, just hanging around up there. But sometimes you got to get the right angle just to get the connection that you're looking for. Because again, cable is a scam. Do what you can do to avoid paying for that. But back to the TV. Like I said, the only issue is that you still can't get web browser. I'm sure Roku isn't changing that anytime soon. Uh, Live TV function though is very useful. I know they do a lot of updates with that. They added a lot of TV channels on its own without needing the satellite thing that I use, or the antenna thing, since so many people got me on the verbiage I use on previous videos, but who cares? Um, and if you can also notice, I still am rocking with the JBL 5.1 soundbar with the sub. That one I'll maybe make a video about as well down the road. But I will say the only thing I had to do for the TV itself is change out the remote. I can't remember if I said this in the past or not, but I'll cut it now to the two remotes. All right, so the one on the left is the one that it came with. They look identical. Just got the other one on the right on Amazon. The only thing that I hated about the original remote that it came with is you have to point like exactly at the TV at the perfect angle where it won't turn on. And the other part is the buttons that it came with, pre-customized buttons. The first two are pretty cool, but Roku channel, who cares about having that button? And ESPN Plus, if you got ESPN Plus, that's cool, but I don't. Whereas this one, you still got the two, Netflix and Hulu, but you also got YouTube, which I use quite a bit. And even though the Disney Plus button looks faded, I never use it. I don't know why it's so faded. But with this remote, you don't have to point it directly at the TV sensor. I could point it in the general area and it'll pick up. And I did try changing the batteries on the original remote, see if that's what it was, but nah, that wasn't it at all. All right, so here we are. We're just watching TV together on my couch. Like I said, this is the live TV function on the app that we were looking at earlier for antenna, or like I said, they got stuff that's included on here too now. I think there's an option to add those things in, but I think some of these are it right here. Of course, all the free channels are ones that nobody really cares for. A lot of old game shows like Match Game and Family Feud, and it's not even like the Steve Harvey. Okay, maybe it is the new Steve Harvey one, but most of them that I usually see, I think it's on this channel, are old, as you can tell. So just a whole bunch of nonsense channels. But I'm pretty sure that there is a way to see all the free ones. But I think I declined to have them added to the list of ones that my antenna's picking up. So I'll see if I can figure out how to add those back in. But now you're seeing just the general quality of the TV picture. I'll have to look back at the previous videos, but pretty sure it's not that big of a difference than when I first got the TV out the box. For me, the quality is enough. And again, I had to look back at how much I paid for this TV since it's been so long, and I only paid $375 before tax for this thing. So for it to last 6 years on me, and it's still chugging, no signs of really slowing down, um, think I got my money's worth. Needless to say, but let's hold up for a second. Let me see if I could figure out how to add those channels. All right, we got a side quest. I didn't see this before, but let me go back. So I was just scrolling down to figure out the whole watch. Oh, well, here it probably is. But side quest, there's a daily trivia function on here now that I've never seen before. So we are going to play 10 questions of it real quick. You can skip through this if you don't want to see it. So on the animated series Phineas and Ferb, what kind of animal is Perry? Everyone knows platypus. Let's just keep it rolling. The voice of which Sesame Street character was inspired by a New York City cab driver? Uh, this is almost before my time, so I want to say Oscar the Grouch. Yep. I forget a fun fact. Glenn Close and Emma Stone have both portrayed what Disney villain? Ooh, like I said, I don't watch Disney much, but I don't even know any of these honestly. But Queen of Hearts, well, Glenn sounds like a guy, so Queen doesn't sound right. So I'll say this one. All right, let me know in the comments if you knew the answer. Antonio Banderas stars in Desperado, the sequel of what low-budget indie western? And I swear I've heard of Desperado, but couldn't tell you the answer to this. We'll go with El Mariachi. All right, good guess. When in doubt, always go with C. Although other characters sometimes say it, that's what she said, is the catchphrase of which character from The Office? Everyone will probably hate me for this because I never watched The Office. I want to say, I feel like it was the main character guy. I don't know what his name is, but I know Dwight's the guy with glasses. I don't know. When in doubt, pick C. All right, we'll pretend I didn't miss that. The police drama Homicide Life on the Street is primarily set in what city? Again, no clue, but Homicide makes me think of Detroit or Chicago. All right, Baltimore it is. Acclaimed journalist Barbara Walters. Let's just go with The View. All right. Matthew McConaughey in America. Ferrera struggle to save children from what wildfire? In what film? From a wildfire in what film? Couldn't tell you. I really don't watch movies either. We'll go with, it was just A, so we'll go with, it hasn't been D in a while. All right. No fun facts today. When they were in college, future director Wes Anderson lived with what future star of his movies? Don't even know who that is, so tell me it's got to be D eventually. There it is. In which Robin Williams movie does a magical board Jumanji? We don't even got to read the question. I made a 60. That's not a passing grade, but it's pretty cool that you can play just random trivia. If you guys are ever bored at home with your family, now you know you got something you can do. I don't know what all this is down here, but yeah, that was a side quest. Let me know in the comments if you knew that existed or not. But let's see real quick. Live TV guide. So it shows you what platforms you need to have to watch some of this stuff at least. and then recommended apps, entertainment, national news, whatever. But I swear there is a way to watch featured free. I think maybe that's it. So there you go. You can watch these movies for free. Don't ask me how. Couldn't tell you. Like this one says on the Roku channel. Puss in Boots, Roku channel, NBC, free, awesome. Here, we'll just click on one. We'll click on, oh, so Pluto TV. I know that's a very good free movie app. So I guess they're just free movie apps that you can kind of narrow it down on. But this one says Prime Video, oh, but it's also that other one. So there you go. You can just look on featured free if you want to see some free shows, movies. Look like maybe some series were on there too. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the TV. Like I said, nothing really changed over the 5 years, or not 5 years, 6 years that I've had it. Got it back in 2019, Black Friday, and haven't looked back since. So let me know if you got any questions about the TV that you want me to figure out. Clearly, I get distracted if I try to do that, but if you give me a specific one, maybe I'll sit down and try and figure it out. Or if there's any features I don't know about that are kind of new, let me know about it so I can mess around with it myself. But glad to be back. I'll probably start posting random videos this month, so stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.